Emily Sarkies. I am a naturopathic functional medicine practitioner with just over 10 years clinical experience. For the last 3 years, I've had the opportunity to work at a wellness retreat where my role was senior naturopath and wellness consultant. My role was to support guest experience. Upon arrival, I would meet with the guests for consultation and alongside some simple diagnostics, get to know their health story, their health history, their current health presentation, but mostly what had brought them here, what were their goals, and what does a retreat mean to them. From this information, I would then put together a treatment plan. Some guests may have pre-booked a program, but I would just make sure everything flowed in alignment specifically with their goals. I may give them some nutritional guidance, supply them with some remedies to support their stay and some key lifestyle tips to begin with. We want to make sure that the guest feels completely held, so my role would be to communicate clearly to the rest of their wellness team and make sure that the guest was progressing in alignment with their goals and that we were all working in synergy with each other to help get them there. I would also regularly check in with the guest, make sure that they're okay, let them know that they could reach out to me at any time. So this just gives them that feeling of safety and security. It enables them to truly relax into the experience, knowing that they had someone behind them taking care of them and looking out for them the whole time. And then to conclude their stay, we would have a final consultation, and that would not only be a duty of care, but also to use that space as a reflection of their stay, look at what they had gained and perhaps what they had found challenging, and work out some key simple goals or tools to take with them. What we ultimately want is for the benefits of the retreat to be sustained as much as possible at home for ongoing care. I found most guests would present either stressed out or burnt out or perhaps emotionally imbalanced. They may also arrive with an acute ailment like a cold or jet lagged, and they also could arrive just wanting to chill out, get some sunshine with no major health goals to work on. Contrastly, those that had quite major health ailments with quite high expectations were probably the most challenging. And that is where we really needed to educate them on our capacity as a retreat, what we could give them, and perhaps make sure that they were supported when it entailed more long-term work as well. So it was constantly getting to know the patient's story or guest story and experience and expectations and make sure we meet them just where they're at. Some common goals were perhaps just wanting to reset. Generally, a lot of people had perhaps got caught up in the glorification of busy and just naturally lost sight of themselves or perhaps those simple pillars that kept them upright. Often I was guiding them back to how are you breathing, how are you hydrating, nourishing in food and life, making sure that they were reconnecting with their exercise, their sleep, as well as that sense of stillness. Another major goal would be to disconnect. The thought of an immersive retreat where they don't need to worry about anything, where they can let go of any of the everyday responsibilities is quite appealing to a lot of people. To disconnect, to reconnect is quite a common goal. And mostly what I was helping to support people with was to slow down. People that had been used to quite a scheduled or busy day-to-day life often found the first few days particularly quite confronting, where they had space and mostly had to reconnect with themselves. Our sense of community invokes connection, and as a retreat is all immersive, it's important to establish these bonds. I often see guests connect with each other and perhaps form long-lasting friendships. They may have come from very diverse backgrounds and cultures, but they're at the retreat on the common ground that really helps to support their journeys as well. We also have to be mindful that perhaps some people need more self-time too, so it's always about letting them navigate their stay as interactive as they wish to be. And then we've got the greater retreat community as well, so the relationships formed between the staff and the guest. We're there to nurture and to care, and that can be really valuable to one's healing journey. And as it is all immersive, it's not only the team involved in their wellness or the facilitation of their wellness, but also everyone. It could be the interactions or a smile with a gardener. It's the generosity of spirit of the housekeepers. It's connecting with the food and beverage staff that bring them their morning cup of tea. So that is all a part of the journey, and we need to make sure that everyone's working from a similar intention to really align heart with action to help support their stay in that way. As a naturopath, I was always a little concerned going into work to a retreat setting, just because I was worried about the sustainability. We're used to seeing patients in clinical practice on a regular basis, an ongoing basis, and I didn't want my work and interactions to be just fleeting for that moment in time. But with my experience and embracing the retreat concept, and particularly the collaborative team working together, it's actually been the highlight of my career. It's made me really value that what you can give to someone for this complete immersion, to give them space, to give them a sense of connection, to allow their story to be heard, to help them to travel within, to re-establish a sense of purpose, to re-establish a sense of self-care. These are all so significant in the healing practice, and something we can't get every day, something I can't get in everyday clinical practice. It's taking someone from their normal environment and putting them in one that is all about them, that is all about their health, that is all about their wellness. And you know, our health is our priority, it's our energy, it's our vitality. And once again you see that shift in someone, you see their perspectives and priorities change, it just means so much for their long-term care. So even though the retreat experience, you may be working with someone for maybe 1 month, 1 week, it's a significant part of their life and their journey, and you can achieve a lot in that relatively short period of time.